7 Habits of Handsome and Attractive Men. He wasn't even my type, but something about him. You've heard women say that, right? That's not attraction. That's submission. That's her body responding to things you didn't say, but things you did. Habits, vibes, energy. And the most attractive men don't even try. They just are. You're about to learn 7 things these guys do that short-circuit a woman's brain. Once you master them, she won't even know why she's obsessing over you, but she will. And once they settle into how you move, speak, and carry yourself, women start reacting to you like you're the main character of their story. And number 1 might sound subtle, but it's secretly the most seductive power move on this list. And by the time we get to the bonus point at the end, you'll never see mirrors the same way again. Welcome to Ima, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. Number 1, they pause before responding, not to think, but to own the moment. You guys ever notice how the most attractive men never seem rushed? Like ever? A question gets thrown at them, and while every other guy scrambles to respond, he just pauses. Not because he's clueless, but because he owns time. That pause? That's not hesitation. That's power. It tells everyone in the room, especially her, that you don't react to the world, you command it. And the wildest part? Women feel it, viscerally. A man who isn't afraid of silence is a man who's not afraid of being seen. It's that moment where she leans in, just slightly, wondering what you'll say next. Not because you're loud, but because you're deliberate. Think about it. When someone pauses before speaking, don't you assume their words matter more? That there's weight behind them? That's exactly what she feels. Even during disagreements, especially during disagreements, that pause flips the dynamic. Most guys fire back instantly. Defensive, eager. But the man who pauses, he's unfazed, unshaken, and suddenly so much more desirable. The world moves fast, but you move with intention. And that pause, it buys you space. Space to lead, space to be remembered. But let's go deeper, because what happens when your presence lingers after you leave the room? What if a single scent could pull her back to you without even seeing your face? That's where we're going next. Number 2, they scent train their spaces, not just their skin. Most of you guys focus on cologne like it's some secret weapon, spray it on your neck, hope it lasts, and call it a day. But the men women fall hardest for? They scent train the air around them. It's not just about how you smell, it's about what lingers after you're gone. Her hoodie? Smells like you. Your car seat? That subtle warmth she remembers for hours. Your apartment feels like memory foam for her senses. Here's the thing, women remember scent faster than logic. It's biological. Your smell becomes her trigger, her association, her anchor. And attractive men know how to layer that on everything. The towel, the blanket, even the space where she sat. Hotels do this all the time. Ever walk into a luxury suite and feel different? That's not just cleanliness. That's design. That's psychology. That's scent. You want her to crave being near you? Scent train your environment. It's not about overdoing it. It's about consistency. One signature smell, one emotional imprint. She won't know why she misses you when you're not there, but her body will. And while scent makes her miss you, what if you could make her lock eyes with you and never look away? Let's get into that next. Number 3, they rehearse casual eye contact in reflections. You men want the truth? No one is born with piercing eye contact. They build it, alone, quietly, in the mirror, in shop windows, in rear-view glass at red lights. The most attractive men you see, they've practiced making eye contact feel like an invitation, not intimidation. It's not about staring, it's about owning the glance. Knowing exactly when to hold it, when to soften it, and when to break it, with perfect timing. And here's the kicker. When you rehearse this, it becomes natural. Your eyes stop begging for approval. They start commanding presence. You're not looking at her. You're looking through her hesitation into something she doesn't let most men near. And she feels it. You ever caught your reflection walking past a cafe window? That half-second glance where you look like a movie still? That's the training ground. Because real eye contact doesn't happen in the moment. It's built before it ever happens. And when you master it, even strangers get quiet around you. They notice you before you speak. They feel you before you move. But here's what makes it unfair. You can amplify that energy without saying a word, just by wearing one very specific color. And odds are, it's already hiding in your closet. Let's talk about that next. Number 4, They track what colors strangers compliment them in. Here's the truth, guys. Most men dress to blend in, not to be remembered. But the ones women keep thinking about, they figured out their colors. And not from a fashion blog, from real-world data. Attractive men track compliments. Subtle ones. The "that shirt looks good on you" from a cashier. The "you look different today" from a female friend who doesn't usually notice anything. They hear it, they log it, and they repeat it. Because women don't always compliment directly, but when they do, it's not random. It's subconscious attraction leaking out. You throw on that deep green sweater and 3 people said something that day? That wasn't luck. That was alignment. You wear more of that. Not because it's trendy, but because it works on her nervous system. This is where it gets real. The right color makes your eyes sharper, your skin warmer, your vibe smoother, without changing a thing. It's a cheat code that most men never use, because they never listen. So next time someone says you look good, ask yourself, what color was I wearing? What mood was I in? What energy did I radiate? Because when your vibe and your visuals sync, you don't just look attractive, you feel it. And speaking of feeling it, what if I told you the most confident men in the world engineer their energy before stepping out? And it starts right after the shower. Number 5, they keep a post-shower playlist that sets their tone. Let's get one thing straight. Attractive men don't leave their energy up to chance. They design it, and it starts the moment the towel hits their shoulders. See that window right after a shower? That's when your mind is most impressionable. You're clean, your body's relaxed, and your guard is down. That's the perfect time to set the tone. So what do the most magnetic men do? They hit play. Not on random noise, but on a playlist that builds their identity before the world gets a chance to. Whether it's smooth jazz, confident hip-hop, or cinematic instrumentals, they choose sounds that trigger who they need to be. It's not just music, it's mood programming. It's how you go from tired to focused, from invisible to unforgettable. Because here's what women pick up on. You walk differently when you feel good. You speak slower, with more weight. Your presence? Solid. And it all started with one track you chose in your bathroom mirror. The guy who leaves his house with a theme song playing in his head? Trust me, she feels it the moment you walk in. And that brings us to exactly that, how you walk. Because the most attractive men know the world is always watching, even when no one's around. Number 6, they always walk as if they're being watched, without ego. You guys ever notice how some men walk into a room and everything just slows down? It's not the clothes, it's not the cologne, it's the intention. They walk like someone might be watching, but they're not performing for them. They're just present, in control, composed. And here's where it gets good. Women pick up on that before you even say a word. Your walk says, I know who I am. Your pace says, I don't need to prove anything. And your posture? It tells her, I've got nothing to hide. It's not about being flashy. It's about being settled in your body. Attractive men don't shuffle. They glide. They don't rush, but they don't hesitate either. They move like time bends around them. You don't need an audience to carry presence, because when you do it right, you become the scene. And here's the twist. Once you master how you move, the next step is making sure how you look in that movement doesn't betray you. Because before she hears your voice, before you even get close enough for her to smell you, she's seeing your lighting. And that, if you get it wrong, can undo everything. Number 7, they study lighting in their mirror before leaving home. Let me ask you something, you guys. How many times have you caught your reflection out in public and thought, wait, I don't look like that at home? Exactly. Attractive men know the mirror can lie. If the lighting's off, your confidence drops before you even speak a word. So what do? They study lighting. They know how they look under warm tones, cold tones, soft daylight, even harsh fluorescence. Because they've tested it, adjusted, adapted. It sounds small, but it's lethal. You see, lighting affects shadows. Shadows affect symmetry. And symmetry? That's what the brain reads as beautiful, even if no one consciously realizes it. This is why celebrities never walk onto a set without checking lighting first. And if you think that doesn't apply to you, think again. Attractive men don't leave that to chance. They tilt the mirror, change bulbs, try outfits under different lights, because they know when you see the best version of you, she will too. It's not vanity, it's precision. And that confidence, it radiates. You leave the house knowing you look your best in the world's lighting, not just your bathrooms. But if you're still here, if you've made it this far, you deserve the habit that almost no one talks about. It's quiet. It's strategic. And it flips attraction from instinct to connection. This is your bonus point. Bonus point, they mirror her energy, but 3 seconds slower. This one's for the real ones still watching. You guys are why we make content like this. Now here's the habit that's almost unfair. Attractive men mirror her energy, but with a 3-second delay. If she laughs, he lets it land, then smiles. If she leans in, he mirrors, slowly. Not to mimic, to lead. This subtle delay builds tension. It tells her, I feel you, but I won't chase you. It's not game playing, it's emotional pacing. And women fall for the man who feels aligned but grounded, present but unshaken. So if you've made it here, type real ones know in the comments so we know who's part of the inner circle. You guys are the reason we go this deep. If this video hit you in the chest, or even just made you rethink one small habit, like the video to support our growth and help more men see this. Subscribe if you want content that actually respects your intelligence every single day. Share this with a guy you know needs to hear it. He'll remember you for it. And don't stop here. There's a video on your screen right now that takes this even deeper. Click it, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow.